What is up, everybody? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. Good vibes to you. Oh, let me stretch it out real quick. Man, what a week it's been. 8 days ago, I left for VeeCon, but I have a story to talk about before leading up to actually going to VeeCon. So this is going to be a VeeCon heavy podcast, and not sorry at all. It was a life altering, life changing event, and I'm very, very excited about it. So, without further ado, let's get into the show. No guests tonight, just me. Just wanted to be solo talking about VeeCon and farming because I did do some stuff before VeeCon too, and I'm excited to see how it turned out on Tuesday. So, without further ado, share this with your friends, retweet on Twitter, and let's fucking grow.
Wait, what am I doing? Created a movement, won't ruin what you are pursuing. But I wake up every morning, never yawning, cause I wake up with the intent to make the day my bitch. And I don't need it, you talking, so just shut your lips. Cause I'ma make it, yeah, I'ma make it, I'ma make it, I'ma make it. Lord have mercy, I'ma make it. I wake up with the intent to make the day my bitch. And I don't need it, you talking, so just shut your lips. I'ma make it, yeah, I'ma make it, I'ma make it, I'ma make it. Lord have mercy, I'ma make it. This shit is crazy, right? This shit is crazy.
This shit is crazy, right? Like, to think that May of last year would change my life forever, right? So May of last year, I was given a goo, Gary owned original V friend, and that V friend was a self-aware hair. So I knew that my only utility that I really had with my V friend was to go to VCon. So over the past year, I've built up within the community, got to know everybody, and really like grown to love a lot of people. A lot of people have become like family to me, and I can't express how different that feels for me. First of all, first and foremost, my family has never really been supportive of what I do. My sister always has. Everybody else kind of thinks I'm a little bit crazy. Like my dad thinks I'm a drug dealer because I work with cannabis and I help people with cannabis medicine. My mom, she just doesn't get what I'm doing. She's helped me, along the way, but I've never felt the support that I do from my V fam. And this past week at VeeCon was overwhelmingly happy. I honestly couldn't believe how much love there was in one singular space of 7,000 to 10,000 people. I met well over 1,000 people there, well over 1,000 people. Okay, so before I went to VeeCon, I was having massive, 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 massive anxiety. I like to know how things are going to be, what to expect when I'm there. And this event was one of those things that is completely and utterly out of your control as to what's going to happen there. Well, kind of, right? Like it is what you make it. So I realized that, um, when I was having anxiety, I just needed to prepare a little bit. So I made a list of like everything I wanted to pack. I made a list of things I didn't want to forget. I made a list of events that I wanted to see. Lo and behold, I really didn't go to like any of them. I, maybe got to five or six of the speakers. Um, it was not much. It was not much. I planned on going to like speakers all day long, but I didn't even think about the fact that like all I'm gonna want to do is talk to all my V fam, right? Like these are the people that I've been talking to for a year and some change, and I've been really wanting to meet. I've missed out on like every single meetup that's happened, and so VCon was my chance. I knew for a fact I was going. I took it off work before I even started working there back in October. I prepared the fiance. I prepared everything, the farm, which we'll definitely get to in a second. Um, I went super hard for the past year to prepare for VeeCon, and I still felt underprepared. My biggest miss was not creating a POAP sooner. I did make a POAP on Saturday, I think it was. It got approved Sunday, and then I've been giving it out as I go. So if you're watching this, you want a POAP of meeting me at VeeCon, let me know. I'll send that over for free. Um, oh no, Nia just woke up. I think. Don't wake up. Don't wake up. No waking up. My daughter's trying to wake up. I put up on Twitter that today, I Mama wanted to hang out with her mom friends, so I'm on daddy duty right now. And I'm looking at the monitor. I saw that she just kicked off the sheets, but it could be just because she's hot. So hopefully it's that. Don't wake up. Um, so yeah, my anxiety was on fleek for basically no reason, right? Because everybody that I had met made me feel so much like family and made me feel like my anxiety didn't really exist. Um, it was overwhelming, though. I will admit. I'm very glad that I landed on Wednesday. The welcome party was Thursday, and then VCon Day 1 started Friday, right? Because Wednesday, I went to Sal's party as soon as we landed. We landed at 9 p.m. As soon as we landed, we dropped off our bags at the hotel and went to Sal's party. We were probably there by 10 o'clock. We landed at 9, got there at 10. A half hour Uber drive. You do the math. We literally dropped and ran. We thought we were going to get fed there. We were too late, though. Um, so we get to Sal's party, and there's so many people that I've wanted to meet. Jeremy, Sal, Amanda, Ron, Alyssa, Peg, Jessica, Sarah, uh, uh, Doreen, like literally dozens of people. I saw Luke again. I met Kid Jet. Um, I could literally go on and on and on and on and on about the people that I met. It's literally fucking wild. And, um, the amount of people that wanted to see my tattoo was also wild. We'll get into that in a second. But at that party, I was having a hard time conversating. I really was because honestly, it was so overwhelming. I was looking around and I told a few people this that I couldn't believe this was real. Like, this isn't the metaverse. Are we sure? Because this certainly like feels like the metaverse to me. It feels less real, and it just was mind blowing. Like, it was mind blowing that to me that this community of people who I've talked to over the past year were actually as dope as they said they were. Like nobody faked the funk. Everybody was super real there. Everybody was exactly what I expected them to be. Pretty much no bad vibes. There was bad vibes from like 2 or 3 people out of like well over 1,000 that I got to meet. It was fucking wild, actually. But that first welcome party that Sal had was so integral to my whole trip because I got emotional. I like when I get emotional, I kind of just shut down. I'm weird like that. I don't know if anybody else is like that, but when I get emotional, I kind of shut down, and I kind of was doing that. Like I couldn't really communicate. I was just like overwhelmed with emotion, and I'm surprised I didn't cry when I got back to the hotel, but I didn't. It just, like I said, I haven't had much support from my family ever. So for a group of people that have supported me for a year, and then I get to meet them in person, give them hugs and love and all this shit, it was just wild to me. So I was very emotional, holding back tears basically the whole time. The next day, I thought it was going to be a chill day. It wasn't a chill day. It was the opposite of a chill day. I went to Target in the morning to, get some snacks and water and essentials because the hotel water was like $6 a pop. And so I got a bunch of waters, and then I got back, and the night before we realized that there was hella events going on. So we went to a 3-on-3 basketball tournament. We went to Choopy and Dave Maximiata's meetup. We went to lunch. It hailed like freaking crazy. And then we went back to the hotel for a little bit and then went to the welcome party. Isaac, my videographer, ended up kind of ditching me. He he went with his boy that was in from California, which is cool. He was at VeeCon too. They went to the Russ concert. He's never seen Russ, so he was pretty lit. There was a line to meet Gary Vee, to get a selfie with Gary Vee. Literally, people waited in for the whole 5-hour event and didn't get to meet him. I did not wait in the event in the line. What I did instead is walk across the entire place, just looking for V fam and looking for more V friends to talk to. And it was not hard to do because I would literally I'd be like talking to one group. Oh, I gotta pee real bad. And I walk across the field and I take 10 steps and run into three more people I know. And I'm like, I'm so sorry, guys. I really got to go pee. And then I run into another person. And I'm like, I'm so sorry. I got to pee. And I'm like doing the pee dance at this point because it's across the whole field. And it just took me like a half hour to get across because of all the people that I saw. And I was just so happy to see them that I was like, yeah. So it was absolutely nuts. So many pictures were taken. I'll make a post later on, probably on my Instagram, with all the pictures that everybody has posted of me so far with them and the ones that I took. Like I said, I was overwhelmed, so I didn't really take many pictures until like day 2.5 of VeeCon, maybe even day 3. Like I wish I took more pictures. That was like my one biggest regret is my two biggest regrets: not creating a PO app before I left, not taking a picture with everybody that I saw. Um, the other thing was I was trying to hand out stickers to my project, and with the PO app and the sticker, it would have been, a lot easier to like lead to conversation because you're giving somebody something for free to start out your conversation. It's always going to be the best way to start out your conversation. Gary Vee taught me that. But you give without expectations, right? So you don't give and expect them to buy it, or expect them to even talk to you about it. But it's a better chance for them to want to talk to you about in detail what your project is. And I definitely talked to hundreds of people about my project. So I'm very excited. I know there's a lot of people watching. It's a very small project compared to, everything else that's out there. But I'm working diligently. This is will never be a rug pull. Um, this is my life work. I've said a few times that it started as a crowdfunding project because I'm a cannabis business, but it has literally completely changed my whole life and how I do business. And it really is something I didn't expect to happen. I'm already planning the next 5 to 10 years in my project. And I was very excited to talk to people about my project in person so they could feel my vibes. My vibe, if you're an empathic person, which a lot of people in this community are, you can feel that shit. It's pretty powerful. But yeah, back to VeeCon. So day one, it starts hailing like crazy. We go to this welcome party. Apparently, Rush showed up there for a little bit. I didn't see him, or else I probably would have skipped the line. Actually, I have something to admit to you guys. So at that welcome party, I snuck to the front of the line. I found a way through the side, and I could have easily snuck my way in. I didn't want to, though. I thought about it, and I thought about how much of bad karma that would be, that all these people just waited for hours in line, and I would just be cutting. And I was like, this ain't the right thing to do. So I didn't cut in line. I didn't meet Gary at that day one. It was basically a 4-day event. Didn't meet Gary day one. Day two rolls around. It's the official day one of VeeCon. And there's a line literally around the fucking stadium. So many people at VeeCon, it's actually bananas. I was actually surprised though because it only took about 25 minutes maybe to get everybody in the door, at least like from where I was, way in the back of the line. Really impressive. I do think they told everybody to be there that day really early because uh, they wanted to get the videos of the line for marketing purposes. If you think about this, Gary said at the event he undersold it. So thinking about it as a marketer, right? If you undersell an event, that means you're underselling it to then like sell a future event, right? So he has the videos of the line. He has the video of him first day, welcome to VeeCon. And then he has a video of Snoop Dogg the last day saying, man, I love VeeCon. VeeCon is fun. And and it's just like I'm in my head, I'm just already picturing the clips that Gary's gonna make, the hype, like trailer type style things that Gary Vee is gonna make. And I I just know it. I know it. 2023 VeeCon is gonna be nuts. So first day rolls around. I think let's see who spoke the first day. Pharrell, maybe. Jesse Itzler. Those are like my two that stuck out to me. Gary, obviously, he always sticks out to me. Kevin Smith, he was really good. Hey, what's up? How you doing? How's your VeeCon hangover, Hyper Zen girl? Um, yeah, so that was the official day one. All these speakers, and again, so I wore a sweatshirt with my sleeves rolled up because it was pretty warm in there. Uh-oh, not great. That's not good. Did you get the Rona like everybody is getting right now? Um, but yeah, I was running around with my sleeves up and my hoodie, and oh no, so sorry. Speedy recovery, speedy recovery. I still have some leftover medicine from COVID. I was able to get my hands on some ivermectin. Don't know if we're allowed to say that word without getting banned on Facebook, but it definitely helped when I had it. And seeing that everybody's getting it, it's like a preventative thing too. That I took it now because I cannot afford. This is Memorial Day weekend at my job, at my sales job, and it's the biggest weekend of the year. I'm trying to make that money, so I can't afford to be sick. But I hope you feel better. Elderberry syrup, if you can get your hands on it, is super helpful. Um, Zinc, vitamin D, vitamin C. Um, why can't I think of what quercetin, which is one of the main ingredients in like blueberry and elderberry, is also an integral thing for like fighting against COVID. So definitely take care of yourself. Lots of water. I know when I had COVID back in November, it sucked. It sucked. Just be careful with caffeine because I think there's caffeine in that, right? But there's some like B vitamins, but you definitely need more than B. You need more C, D, um, and quercetin and all that. Really bad allergies. That's good. When I had it, I was just really tired and my back really hurt. I don't know why, but my back hurt so bad when I had COVID. Hopefully everybody's good. Everybody gets it real minor. It seems like as it's going longer and longer, it's getting worse. I mean, getting better and better. Like the symptoms are not as bad. Um, hopefully that's the case, and it just turns to be like some kind of yearly flu type of thing for everybody. Um, but yeah, I'm so sorry that happened to you, and you're like the second person I've met that has it now, that I hugged and interacted with and was around a lot. So, but I feel perfectly fine. The only thing that's really been bothering me is my voice. My voice. I don't know if you guys are used to hearing me talk, but my voice is not quite where it usually is. I know you did. You wore your mask the entire time. But you got to think about it, right? When you're wearing a mask, it only protects so much. We're all hugging each other, and then you go back to your hotel and you take your shirt off over your face, and you're breathing in those germs, and it's with an event like we just had, it's like impossible. You would have had to wear a bodysuit or just not hugged a single person, um, which I don't think anybody was not hugging. Everybody at VeeCon was showing hella love. um, all around. Hold on, I need my water. I'm getting a tickle in my throat. This is what I mean. My throat has just not been where it's at. I blew out my voice like basically after the welcome party. Um, yeah, you definitely have a higher chance of prevention for sure. I just loaded up when I got home. I took a shot of vitamin C, quercetin, vitamin D, and zinc. Just a big old shot. I'm probably gonna take another one tonight. I took that ivermectin today. Yep. Yep. Big facts, Andrea. That's what I was just saying. Minus oil of oregano. I didn't know that. Um, Manuka honey is great, especially for your throat. Black seed oil. Yeah, these are things that are good for like any disease, any virus, guys. Like there's natural ways to heal your body. 100%. And Andrea, I was telling him I got some ivermectin too, just in case. Gotta be ultra safe. I can't afford to be sick, or not even sick. Just test positive and then be out of work, like because I feel fine. Um, but So yeah, back to VeeCon. Again, sorry that you got the Rona. Um, so VeeCon day one, we leave there. Oh wait, the night before on welcome party, I went to a mansion party. That was pretty fire. I wish I had gone there sooner. I probably was debating for like a half hour to an hour whether to go or not. I was also trying to not pay $420.69. Uh, so I was waiting for Mikey to hit me back, and I knew he was busy with the party, but he hit me back, said come through, and so I did, and it was lit. It was more of the same, like more just hey, 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 I haven't seen you yet, or like reconnecting with people from Sal's party that I hadn't seen in a day yet. So it was wild in that aspect. So that's funny from a feed store. No, I got ivermectin. I have my hookups. It's human grade ivermectin though. It's not horse grade ivermectin. I think the tickets were so expensive probably because they rented out that mansion. It was probably hella expensive. But somebody told me, I don't know, did you pay? Because somebody told me that it was kind of a way to not have everybody just show up. It was more of a way of like having the key V fam. Yeah, I don't know if my fiance will be willing to give up our human grade stuff, but we might be able to get some more. I'll hit her. I'll ask her and see what she can do. All good things cost good money. That's true too. Mansion party, but like was the code like making it free? And interesting. Yeah, I didn't even get a ticket. I just like kind of walked in. It was like Sal's party, like I had gotten there so late that I just walked in. I wasn't, no offense to anybody, but I wasn't gonna pay $100. I already spent way too much money for and at VeeCon, so I just wasn't about that life. Um, okay, cool. So I made it free. So yeah, I think it was just a way to weed people out to only have like not everybody from VeeCon there. Could you imagine if like everybody showed up and then they're like way over capacity and getting in trouble for all this shit? So that's probably why they made the tickets free. Oh wow, you paid 35 for his, huh? See, if I would have bought far enough in advance, I didn't even know about it until probably the Saturday before VeeCon. And it was already $85, I think it was. And then it went up to 100 like the day of the show, day of the event. Um, Oh, that was my other regret. I should have got a headshot. I was feeling self-conscious because I just got off the plane. I had been traveling all day, and I was just feeling self-conscious, so I didn't want to take it. Jeremy told me I look good, like before I even mentioned that. He's like, "Man, you look good. You look awake, aware, happy, clean." And I'm like, I mean, that's probably the mushrooms talking, but um, by the way, guys, if you've never flown with mushrooms, I have I've heard that what you do is let's see, do I have one handy? I don't. I had a big one. That's what she said. So this is a big kratom bottle. I had a regular size kratom bottle filled with kratom and maybe mixed throughout. You put some capsules of mushrooms in there. And I may or may not have gotten like 10 grams across the country. It was a lifesaver. I took mushrooms every single day of the trip. It was why my anxiety was better. It was why I didn't clam up. It was uh it was overall the best thing I could have done, allegedly. um, I wasn't able to find weed the whole time I was out in Minnesota. Luckily, people smoked me up. I might have accidentally had a cartridge in my check-in luggage. um, so so I was like good, but still not good. And then after the mansion party, I thought I lost my cartridge. I found it the day we were leaving. It was like against the coffee table, the bottom of the coffee table, like legs, the same color as them, so I didn't see it. Found it last day, and then the battery would not charge, it just died out. So I didn't get to smoke it much. But yeah, I got to smoke during the event. Uh, excuse me. during the event, actually, somebody from Mass. Yeah, I didn't know about the headshots till I got there either. What's up, Nick? Um, fuck, what was my stoner brain gonna say? Fuck, my brain. Hold on, let's go back. Headshots. I wish I had done headshots. Yeah, I don't know. I just wish I had done my headshots. My stoner brain just like lost track completely of where I'm going. Where were we? Day one. What did I do after day one? Where the fuck did I go? I don't even know. Aha. So people are chatting on Facebook and then on Twitch. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're live on Twitter as well. I know I have a space going. There's nobody in it though. And then I have the why did this dude send me his tweet? Oh, yeah, yeah, true. I mean, no, I saw you around a bunch of times, honestly. Like, we just didn't get to chill until like the last day at that dinner. Um, yeah, multi-streaming for sure. Right now, I'm streaming to YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and Twitter. Usually, I also stream to IG. I was trying Spaces tonight instead. I'll probably just do IG instead, because I'm not about that life of waiting for people to show up on Twitter. It's weird because my Twitter has been super popping, especially like the past week, just like with all the new followers. And I put up a good status the other day, like, how many VeeCon babies do you think were made? Like, how many V babies are there now? How many V babies were minted? Um, and apparently people thought that was funny, and a lot of people were thinking the same thing. Somebody made a comment like, men outnumbered women, so the likelihood of them getting pregnant is slim. And I said, if the men outnumbered the women like 20 to 30 to 1, it was literally that many men to women. Don't you think there's more of a chance that women ended up pregnant? Just saying. And couples went there. So that's a thing too. The couples, could have been feeling frisky, especially after that Miguel concert. I don't know the words, but I was hype at that concert too. Oh yeah, that's what we did after VeeCon. We went back to the hotel. I took a nap. It was the only time I took a nap the whole time. And then we went to VeeCon, and he had a surprise performer because TLC couldn't make it, and it was Wyclef Jean. And that was so fire, so fire. But I didn't get to really watch it because Isaac, my videographer, didn't want to, and he's like 21 years old. He was actually telling me, you should put the shaking my head emoji for this all up in the chat. He was trying to tell me that um, Lil Nas X is like more famous than Wyclef Jean. And that's what it made me do. I'm like, bro, you don't know who Wyclef is? Like, Fuji's? Come on, fam. Yeah, you weren't trying to go there getting laid. Well, I don't think. I mean, I'm sure if you were, you would have gotten laid. And did you even go to the Miguel concert? That's the unlock. That motherfucker had women screaming, I wanna fuck, yeah, or whatever. Or I wanna fuck right now, whatever he said. He had women screaming that shit at the top of their lungs, like they meant it. Yeah, there was definitely some V babies made there for sure. Oh man, if I rule the world, Nas sampled that. Come on, fam. It's all good. It's okay. He hasn't come out with new music in a very long time. So I don't expect him to, but I was telling Isaac, I'm like, man, fam, all your favorite rappers are probably have sampled Wyclef, so put some respect on his name. Leslie, you did not do a good job then, because there were plenty of single dudes that were looking for it. You were just in bed. You were too tired after the event, going to bed at 9 o'clock at night. Yeah, you probably would have, Matt, and you probably would have met a quality woman there. Not for nothing, the whole V Friends community is really dope people all around. You know, if you're a single woman and you weren't looking for the love of your life, you probably missed out, man. Probably missed out. They got a whole nother year to look for the NFT women, and maybe they'll find the love of their life, and it could have been you. Maybe you were supposed to be the love of their life. Um, but yeah, so that was day one. Wait, am I still talking about day one? I am. And then we ended up going to some event afterwards and getting a drink. And I just remember, bro, like Minnesota makes drinks different, dude. I asked for tequila on the rocks, and they literally would like glug 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 glug. It would be like a 6 to 8 ounce glass full with only like 5 ice cubes in it. So it was just all fucking tequila and one singular drink. It was only like $12, like a regular price drink. So I drank it down, and I'm like, whoa, the mushrooms are kicking in, the tequila's hitting. I'm a little bit stoned. And I'm just like, whoa. And then I ended up, I only had that one drink because I knew I had the next day to get to. Day two of VeeCon hits, and, I'm ready to go. We get there pretty early. And again, just more of the same. Meeting people, not being able to walk around the stadium with my arm out without people stopping me. I did not realize how infamous my V Friends tattoo is. I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know, like, a lot of fucking people knew about it. Like, there were dozens of people that took pictures of it. There were hundreds of people that, I'm sorry, but I didn't recognize you, and I probably haven't talked to you in a while, but you recognized me and my tattoo. And a lot of you, once we started talking, it like clicked again. But I was like, hey, like I didn't care. I was just hugs and love for everybody. Um, Way too many people to remember in one city. I've never met more than 1,000 people in one event. So then, day two was pretty fire because we got to talk to Lyrical Lemonade. If you guys don't know who Lyrical Lemonade is, he produces videos for some of the biggest rappers. He just did a video for Justin Bieber. He's Isaac's one of his biggest inspirations as far as video production goes. Um, the tat was a big deal. That's awesome. It was just so natural for me. I was like, okay, bet. You don't think I'll do it, do you? um, so yeah, we didn't get to talk to Lyrical Lemonade, but his like right hand man was there. Like they're like this. They came up together. He said he was the dude holding the speakers when Lyrical Lemonade used to shoot the videos. And Isaac, being the ballsy person he is, this is why I love the kid. He was like, "Can I show you one of my videos?" And the dude actually said yes. Like I was kind of in shock. I thought he would be like, dude is busy. Like you see all these people. And he watched it. Not only did he watch it, in my mind, I'm like, all right, he's gonna do what people do and watch it for 30 seconds and hand him back the phone and say, that was dope. And the whole time he's watching it, I'm watching his facial expressions change. He's like, like just into it. And he kept saying, that was really good. This is really good, man. Wow. Dude, that transition, they're talking like nerdy shit that I don't understand. Like, oh, we're using this fucking program, da 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 da. And I recorded the whole thing for Isaac and sent it to him because, like, sneakily recorded it. He didn't even know I was doing it, and sent it over to him. But he got his number. They connected on IG. So now he's literally this close to working with Lyrical Lemonade, who's like one. It's like if I was working with Gary V. That's like how Lyrical Lemonade is to Isaac. And I was so happy to be there for that. Like we hugged so many times, me and Isaac. Like we almost cried a couple times. He's got some personal shit going on at home. I missed my family. Like, and we have all this crazy shit going on. Like it was a crazy, 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 crazy event. Like I can't stress that enough. So, after we get done talking with him, I go watch this unboxing of the V Friends cards. One of them sold for like $5,000 on the spot. Fucking wild. One singular card. That was also the Miguel concert afterwards, right? So the whole event was more of the same, meeting people, seeing people again, walking a lot of stairs. There were a lot of stairs, y'all. There was one day I did like 20,000 steps, and then I pretty much averaged like 15,000 steps every other day. A lot of stairs. And then we go to the Miguel concert, and it was pretty lit, you know. I am not single. I'm the opposite, the exact opposite of single. So I wasn't trying to be all up in the front. I wasn't trying to have nobody all up on me. So I was off to the side of the stage watching the concert from there. First of all, I didn't know who Miguel was before VeeCon. Probably a week before VeeCon, Isaac and I sat down. We looked at all the speakers and artists, and I was like, Miguel, like I've heard of Miguel. I know I've heard of Miguel. And obviously I have, like watching him perform now, I was like, oh, I know this song. Oh, I know this song. Oh, I know this song. But beforehand, I just looked up the song, and the first song I clicked on was Luke Skywalker. And that song is a fucking bop. It's such a bop, dude. Especially like it's like um I'm Luke Skywalking on these haters. Take a cap in the stem, just enjoy the wave. Like it's all about like doing mushrooms, drinking, smoking weed, like. And I was on that tip for that concert. Like I was pretty tipsy, and I'm off side stage, you know, just kind of minding my business. And I just like had this inkling to be like, I wonder if Gary's still here, because like I remember at the end of Wyclef's set, Gary hopped on stage, so I turned around and the line was basically gone. I was able to like across the room to see Gary. Like Gary's a little shorter than me, so like through people couldn't really see him, but I could literally fucking see him. And I was like, all right, I'm just gonna go over there. Like I got a little liquid courage in me. I'm just gonna go over there and see if I could just say hey. And I just was like instinctively, I literally was just like, Gary, look. And he was like, he signed an autograph. He looked, and then he looked again, grabbed my arm like with two hands, and like pulled it up and was like, man, I love that. And then he like a couple of more people like Gary, Gary, Gary. So like he signed my arm. I don't know why he signed my arm, but it is what it is. It's cool. Haven't washed my arm since. Just kidding. Uh, and he signed a couple more things, and I was like, Gary, can I get a pic? He's like, dude, of course you can. And then I like took a pic, gave him a hug, and just was like, dude, just kept it simple. I didn't want. I know he had been talking to people all day, and I was just like, dude, thank you so much for everything you've done. You've changed me and my family's life. I love you so much for that. Keep doing big things. Like just super simple like that. I just wanted I had so much more I wanted to say to him, obviously. But I feel like again, it was like the meetup, the welcome party. I could have snuck to the front of the line. I felt like I snuck to the front of the line. So I didn't I just I felt bad a little bit, but I also it was the perfect opportunity, right? And also that day 2 or 3, I guess. Um, Let me grab it. Where did it go? Oh, I put it away. I got the ledger. I won the ledger. So I paid the 170, bought the ledger, and in my mind I said I want to flip it for $1,000 on the spot that day. So I was walking around with my bag purposely out, like holding it flagrant as fuck, so people could see it. And um, 4 people came up to me and offered me $500 within like 10 minutes, and I was like, nah, I'm looking to get at least a half a ETH, which is about $1,000. And they're like, I think that's a rumor going around that it went for half a ETH. I was like, nope, it definitely there was one that sold for half an ETH. So I walk around a little bit more. Nothing happens. I go to the Miguel concert. The last song that Miguel played was Luke Skywalker. I forgot to mention that. So like I'm literally just like vibing by myself. There's a couple people around. We were all just like not super close, and I was just vibing out because I fucking love that song. And then I went over to Gary, and I'm walking away from there, right? And I'm talking to this. Who was I talking to? I think I was talking to um, David from Dinosaur Butt Feet. I can't remember. I'm just fucking up your name right now, homie. I'm so sorry. Again, so many fucking people. And I was just talking to him again about the tat, and then somebody else came up. Who was it? Was it Amit? Maybe somebody came up and like, why aren't you up on stage? You're better than every act that's been up so far. I said, I'm not popular, bro. Like it's literally that simple. Like I don't try to be popular with my music anymore. It's not like I don't know if I don't think it's my calling so much anymore. Like I think it's like a good therapy for me, and obviously I'm fire, but it's it's more of just the therapy for me. Although I would love to fucking have performed on that stage, y'all. I would have taken a gram of mushies and I would have got lit as fuck with y'all. The stage was too far away, or else I would have probably stage dived too. I can jump though. If you've never seen my stage dive video, just know I can jump. But yeah, so I'm walking away from there. I'm talking about my music. And a guy comes up to me and says, "Hey, I give you $500 for your ledger." I said, "Listen, bud, I've had like 4 people offer me that. I'm looking to get at least 1,000. Like I got to decline. I'm sorry." And yeah, that's a good goal. 2024, that'd be fire. I got my NFT album coming out, and probably another one after that. All before VeeCon 2024. But yeah, he said, "Okay, what if I give you $500 and this?" And pulls out a top scary V card. Let me see if I can find a picture of it on my phone that'll actually like show up decent. So this is put away in a safe spot now. I'm gonna get it PSA graded. This kid fucked up, bro. As you can see, it's signed. It's signed, right? So he traded me $500 plus this card. When you look this up on eBay and shit like that, it goes for between $600 and $2,500 on the PSA grading that people are trying to sell it for. So buddy fucked up, and I ain't even gonna sell it for a long time. I probably won't sell that till Gary V fucking wins the Super Bowl with the Jets, the same as my V friend. And I'm gonna be fucking like a millionaire and then some off that shit. Like, even though I already will be, I'm gonna make a bunch more. So, yeah, that was epic. I literally walked away. When I walked away from Gary, I almost cried. Like, I know that might seem weird to some people, but like, I don't know. It's weird timing, right? Gary V came into my life in 2016. My dad stopped talking to me in 2018, but really in 2015, it got real rocky with me and my dad. So Gary became like very much a father figure to me, and he was spitting a lot of stuff that like my dad had never said, my mom had never said, my stepdad never said. Like, I grew up in a toxic, negative wasteland of an environment, and to have somebody like Gary who's like epic proportions of happiness and gratitude and compassion and empathy, and I'm like, nah, there's no way that works. Like, I've always been nice and I always get fucked over. Like, fuck that. And then I just like switch my mindset to maybe I can. And that's literally how I've lived my whole life. Like, if you guys have heard my story about how I helped my friend who had uterine cancer, she did no chemo and she has no cancer anymore. Did that completely free from plants that I grew. And resources that I had to make the oil for her, and doctors and nurses and all these people that I talked to make sure that she could get there. That's Gary V, bro. Before that, like, I was like strictly a hustler. Like, you didn't get shit for free. You didn't get nothing for free. I'm selling you that weed. You know what I mean? Like, I had to survive. And because like I've always been poor most of my life, economically and mentally, um, it's led me to like hustle to survive, and sometimes that leads to desperation and like needing the money so much. Um, so luckily, I've gotten away from that mindset. When money comes, I am very grateful. When money is not there, I am very grateful, because both times teach you lessons. Both times help you reach new pinnacles. Both times are gonna take you to the next step, and sometimes it's a step back to go a few steps forward. You know, that's like honestly how I felt about getting my 9 to 5. Like, yeah, am I gonna make 6 figures at my 9 to 5 this year? Fuck yeah. Did I want to ever work for anybody again in my life? Fuck no. I'm gonna be honest. I never wanted to work with somebody for somebody ever again. Ever again was not in my plan. And Gary advice again, like, listen, you're young as fuck. You got time. You're young as fuck, man. So fucking I'm 32. I was 31, so I just got a good job. And I don't plan on being there longer than 5 years unless I decide you know, sometimes the operations of where I work are sloppy. And I think I could be a better COO than whoever the COO is. Not out of the question. That's like how wild my brain thinks. But if there isn't that room for growth, I'm out within 5 years. Hopefully, way sooner. Hopefully, way sooner. If I say 5 years too because that's when the Elon Musk contest, excuse me, will be over, and I'll have won $50 million. Wild. Even after taxes, that's like 25-30 million dollars. I probably would just take like a million of that for myself. That's it. The rest of it into the project. I want to buy land in Virginia, $3 million to build our hemp processing facility. Probably 700,000 for the land. I'd probably pay taxes off for 10 years or so, if not more, maybe like 20 years, so I don't have to worry about it. I'd probably invest. I definitely would invest into a team for my NFT project. So getting people that do all the stuff in the background and help me with content and all that kind of stuff. It's gonna be life changing when I win that contest. It's gonna be life changing, and I'm excited to get there. But yeah, that's when I plan to quit, and that's 2025. So it's not even really 5 years. It was 5 years from 2021, like that was my cutoff. But so yeah, end of day 3 VeeCon, met Gary V. Isaac left me again to go hang out with his boy because his boy was only there for one more night, and I just kind of meandered on my own. I went to Too Short's concert. Um, I respect Too Short; he's a legend. But it's just sometimes when you're a 50 to 60-year-old dude, I'm not trying to hear you say, "What's my favorite word, bitch?" Just no, no, bro, no, bro. So like, I snuck into VIP, chilled there for a little bit. Nobody was really there that I recognized, so I went down to the floor, talked to a couple of homies down there that I've seen but I hadn't like interacted with. So I went up to them and said, "Hey," and then took off to the next spot. Or actually, I went to a spot before that too, and I had a Minnesota drink. So, tequila on the rocks, and it's basically like 4 shots. Then I went to Too Short, tequila on the rocks, and it's basically like 3 shots. Then I go to the next bar, tequila on the rocks, and everybody wants to leave, so I'm chugging this down. I get back to the hotel, and I'm fucking drunk. I'm like, oh no. So I went to bed at like 3 or 4 a.m. and woke up at like 8, probably still a little drunk, hungover as fuck, and just was low key all Sunday. I basically sat up in the bleacher section. I didn't do much at all, at all. I took some pictures with people during the beginning of the day, and then just chilled. Went to another couple parties Sunday night. Went to a big V fam dinner, and just I'm so grateful for this trip, guys. I'm so grateful for this trip. I have never traveled to a place that has had such impact as VeeCon. Um, it feels momentous. Like there's like a little bit of like an inner sadness because being a VeeCon is like not my real life. My real life isn't Adam, you're the fucking man, and hugs and kisses and love and a family and people that support, people that are genuinely interested in what I'm doing. There's like a handful of those people in my life, and I don't even talk to them all the time. Um, so that's not there. So it's a little bit sad, but I'm also like so grateful and so happy that I met them. And I'm so happy and grateful that I got to hang out with, you, Leslie, and Hyper Zen Girl, and Corey, dude, and Steven, and Jeremy, and Sal, and Droshik. Droshik, man, like, that's my brother for life, dude. Like, yeah, and Choopy, and Alyssa, and Ron. Dude, I could literally name names forever, and it won't stop. It won't stop. Two of the coolest things that happened to me at VeeCon, besides meeting Gary V and meeting all the community as well, somebody from Massachusetts brought a live rosin cart out to Minnesota, and he said, "I saw that you were struggling with finding weed. Here, I want to bless you with a cart, my brother. Like I've been following what you're doing. I love what you're doing, and I don't want you to be anxietyed out while you're here. Here's a cart." And I'm like, bro, this shit was smacking, dude, smacking. It was so terpy and tasty, and like one or two hits, and you were just good. Like it was so fucking good, dude. So fucking good. This kid lives in Lowell. It's like an hour from me. I'm definitely gonna go have to see him. And then another time, this dude, I can't even remember who it was. It was just so random. I was talking to three people in the hallway, and I think it was on the last day, on the Sunday. And he comes out of the elevator, looks at me, walks, stops, walks back to me, and says, "Hey, are you Adam?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh, word." He dapped me up. He introduced himself. I forget his name. I forget what he even said. And then he just hands me a joint, like a big old fat joint. He's like, "I saw you were struggling to getting weed, so here's a joint." Like, dude, this community couldn't be any doper. It's like people know me because I'm a stoner. People know me because I have the tattoo, and that's dope and all. That's dope and all. I really like. I'm really humbled by the fact of like how many people stop me to see the tat and to say hey and to take a picture of the tat and see that it's actually fucking real. There were some people that was like, dude, that's actually real. I'm like, yeah, bro, that shit's real as fuck. I got the whole tattoo video to prove it. Like, come on, fam. While it is hella cool to be recognized for that and be, one of the OGs in this community, like a true OG. Even though I've been a little quiet lately, um, I want people to come up to me VeeCon 2023 because of what I'm doing with my project. I want people to come up to me at VeeCon 2023 because of what I'm doing with my farm and with my content. And a lot of people did. A lot of people are like, dude, I love your content. You got to be more active with it. Like, I've seen that you've been down. What's going on? Are you okay? Like, so many people checked on me. Are you okay? You've been really quiet lately. And I'm like, yeah, bro, like I got promoted at my 9 to 5, and then they promoted somebody. The dude who had my position left. We fired another guy. Another guy went to a different store because it was closer to home. So I'm short staffed, working 6 days a week, and I'm just exhausted. Like I'm fucking exhausted, and I just haven't had time. It really sucks. But I've been making time every day now for NFT stuff since I've been back. Mind you, it's only really been 2 days, 3 days. This is the third day. To go on Twitter, respond on Twitter, put out funny statuses. I'm gonna post on Instagram all the pictures and everything with everybody. I can't fucking wait to post those and really reminisce. Thank you, Gary. Like if you're not gonna watch this probably ever, but my energy to your energy, thank you. Like that was wild, man. Even if I didn't meet you, that would have still been wild because like the community is right here with Gary Vee for me. Like Gary Vee has changed my life, and because of Gary Vee, I've met this wonderful community, and now y'all are like changing my life, like helping fund my project, helping me with my NFT ideas. A lot of you have offered, like Droshik fucking did my art for free. I'm talking to a few more artists about like collabing and whatnot. It's I can't put into words what this level of support does for my psyche. Like even I love my fiance to death. She supports me, but she doesn't understand what's going on right now. She doesn't know NFTs. She doesn't really understand, environmental research. I'm learning to. Doesn't understand a lot of things. And, she's seen the worst of everything. She's seen all the turmoil with my old partner and the business failing and starting over. And I remember specifically there was one day that she was like, "What do we do now?" Or "What are you going to do now?" And I said, "The same thing I've been doing, babe. Grind my face off." I was like, "It doesn't stop because I'm not partnered with him anymore. I have to keep it going. I have customers. I have employees. I have a vision. The vision doesn't stop because one person is pulled out of the vision. And my vision has never been clearer. I feel like while I have this inner sadness a little bit and this like mixed feeling of like all the serotonin in the world was doused out in those 5 days to me. Um, oh, and I'm tired. I'm making up for sleep for like the whole week. Soon as I'm not tired, soon as I'm not tired, y'all, you are about to see a psychotic side of me, work-wise. Fucking psychotic. I am ready to rip faces off. I am ready to destroy anybody that gets in my way in a bad way. We're going to the fucking moon. That's all I know. Somebody was silly enough to list one of my rare tokens on OpenSea for point 0.1, and I started messaging people about it. And by the time I messaged people about it, they rescinded their point 0.1 fucking listing of a rare token. Whoever you are, if you're watching out there, don't fuck up. Don't fuck up. My rare token holders, if everything goes to plan, you're gonna get free land. You 10 people that bought the rare tokens are like right here forever. Forever and ever and ever and ever and ever and ever. Like ever. Ever. Like Leslie, you and I have had little spats because we have disagreements on opinions, and I think we're learning how to be able to disagree with things, but not, be mad at me because I've never honestly really been angry with you. I'm very like outspoken and I'm very like out there with my thoughts. So sometimes it offends people and it's not like what I mean to do. I just like to make people think, which sometimes is very uncomfortable. Like think not outside the box, like outside the store. You know what I mean? Like not even near a box. And sometimes that can ruffle feathers, but I love you back, and we are definitely fam. Um, Now that we're back, part of my ripping people's faces off is Leslie. I want to have once a month, and Matt, if you're still watching, you're welcome to come to this. You don't have to have a V friend to be V fam, but once a month, I want to start doing meetups, and I think I'm gonna create like maybe a text group of all the Boston people, or maybe like a Discord channel, like a channel in my Discord, for people to join up and meet up. But I want to meet with y'all at least once a month. I'm really, really debating going to New York on the 2nd or 3rd. Jeremy invited me to crash at his place because I was like, dude, I need to spend more time with you. You're fucking amazing, man. Like, we live way too close to not spend time. And he's like, my fiance is out of town for the 2nd and 3rd with like the eye emoji. um, Fuck, I'm working both those days though. It's so hard. I hate it. I guess I could. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, I'm glad that you're totally down. We definitely need to get that shit popping because I've met like 10 to 20 people from Massachusetts at that convention. 10 to 20, maybe even more than 20. Like I might be undercutting it. Like when I think of it, I can think of 10 people easily without even thinking. And that's why I say 15 to 20 because I'm like, like it's fucking up there. So that's a decent group, dude. Like even if we only have half the people come, it's 10 people meeting up, and obviously everybody can't make it every time, but I'm definitely about to put in work to start doing that. Maybe even like June 1st. I know that's like right around the corner. No, I'm not gonna do June 1st. That's way too last minute for people. But soon, very fucking soon, and maybe meet in like Boston because it's like more centralized, so people like in Lowell can get down, so people in Worcester can come over, um, or maybe meet in Worcester because it's like central to Western Mass. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I know there's a few people in the V Friends community. One of them had a cafe, Luke. Another one had a restaurant. So we have some places we can even like go to their restaurant or cafe and support their business, um, which is the fucking goal, right? I always want to be supporting people's business. I let out a lot right then. An hour basically wrapping up VeeCon. I haven't even really talked about my farm. The farming part is short. Don't wake up. Not yet. I'm almost done. The farming part is short. Don't wake up. You could host in your 500 square foot studio apartment. Perfect. Perfect. That way it'll feel like it's even more people there. We're all squished like sardines. Oh, I would love to do a meetup at like one of the cannabis conventions. That would be fire. Everybody pretty much from Massachusetts smoked weed. I thought that was pretty funny. We're all just a bunch of stoners out here, which is funny because a lot of people have this connotation like Bostonians are angry all the time. So, you'd think with smoking so much weed, we wouldn't be so fucking angry all the time. Yeah, so the farm update's quick. Before I left, a week before I left, I planted a bunch of hemp. If you didn't see the update, it's okay. It happens. There's a lot of stuff online. I planted the rest of the seeds into about half the acre, and then I'm kind of letting the other half do its thing. We cut down the winter rye when it started seeding. It should be dying off now. And yeah, it's about to be lit. It's about to be super fucking lit, guys. The day before I left for VeeCon, I was painting my water tanks. I have these 1,500-gallon water tanks. Two of them. They're fucking massive. Massive. They're probably 6 feet across, and then I don't know, 10 feet around. They're huge. And they're peeling, and they're yellow and blue and all these different colors. And I guess the farmer I leased land from, his neighbor complained about them. And I was like, can we just move them over that way so we can't see them? And he's like, well, then I gotta see them. So he's like, if you want me to move them, you gotta paint them green. I'm like, fuck, dude. So I had to fucking scrape the tanks, paint chips all over the place, got all up in my lungs and everything. And then repainted. It started raining, so I didn't finish the second coat, and I got to go back next week and finish that. But when I go back next week, I fully expect hemp to be popping up aplenty. It's been warm here. It's rained here. The soil temperature has to have come up to an acceptable temperature. It's not getting cold anymore at night like it was. So we're about to be popping off, guys. And not only that, let me show you something. Let me fucking show you guys something. Give me 1 second. I'm a weirdo, I know. So in honor of this, let me take a hit because I barely smoked any weed today. Ready for this? Hemp seeds, bag number 1. Hemp seeds, bag number 2. This is like bigger than my head. Hemp seeds, bag number 3. These are the type of things that make me happy, guys. So not only did I finish planting, but now I have enough to expand. And if you guys don't know, seeds usually cost about 10 cents a seed. So, this is probably 60,000 seeds. 60 divided by 10 is 6. So it'd be like $6,000 that I basically just saved. Yeah. This is the shit that I don't talk about enough for the project. Like I've probably gotten almost $10,000 worth of free seeds. I'm grinding out here, guys. I gave him a free NFT. I sent him one. The dude sent me $10,000 worth of seeds. I sent him a free NFT. Showed him how to set up his wallet, onboarded him. Let's fucking go. That's what it's all about, right? So as you can see, I'm so fucking prepared for this season. We're already planted in May, guys. And not only that, there's a bunch of fucking dormant seeds on the ground. Tens of thousands of them. tens of fucking thousands, and I just planted like another 20,000. Y'all are about to see. Oh, you know what was an interesting thing about VeeCon? My project is called Terra Apothecary, right? Apparently, there was this big rug pull project called Terra, and they literally just like shut down everything, stole all the money, and ran. And people are like, "Wait, you're involved with Terra?" I'm like, "What's Terra? I have no fucking clue what Terra is." And they're telling me about it. I was like, nah, bro. I'm an independent project. I'm literally doing this 100% by myself. I have no developer in the background. I built the website myself. I have uh, nothing. Me. Just me. So that was an interesting thing. Bad timing on Terra's part. Fuck you. Fuck you for rugging your community. People who rug their communities are fucking assholes. Seriously. Um, so don't fucking rug pull the community. Don't be a dick. It's really not nice at all. So I handed out like 400 stickers. Hopefully that amounts to the project getting closer to sold out. I'm pushing the project heavier. Got some content planned. I got some content made. I just got to edit it. And this year is about to be bananas, y'all. I've been saying for like 2 years now, I've been seeing 222 everywhere. Everywhere. This one time I remember seeing two fucking bald eagles, dude. I saw a bald eagle fly over us, land in the tree, and I could see it sitting in the tree, and it was so fucking massive, dude. I swear to God, this thing looked like it was 3 or 4 feet tall, maybe even bigger, sitting in the fucking tree. And well, I'm just sitting there watching. I'm infatuated. I just want to see where this thing goes. All of a sudden, it flies and takes off over us. And then another one takes off behind it and flies over us. And the wingspan, dude, just whoo, whoo. And I just had this like intense feeling. Like I think I cried. I think I like legit cried. And we were driving home and I was spacing out. And I just so happened to look at one of the mile markers. I didn't look at a single one the whole time, and it's 222. And then we're driving a few miles up the road. I look up somebody's license plate, 222. And like I've seen hundreds and hundreds of incidences where like I have this gut feeling and I'm working towards something with this project and with this Elon contest, and then I see 222, and I couldn't help but think that maybe it had to do with this year 2022, and it's really sure as shit starting to feel that way, guys. I'm more on fire than I've ever been. As soon as I catch up on my sleep, and then like 3 more weeks to finish training, one more new hire and I'll be fully staffed. Watch out. Get with it or get run over. If you haven't bought into my project yet, please buy into my project. I will love you forever. The 100 people who buy into V1 will be hooked up for life, I promise you. I actually am thinking about doing a free CBD drop on all my holders. I just got to have a day to, make a big batch of them for holders and whatnot. So it's coming soon, probably within the next month or two. I'm going to drop between $100 and $200 worth of CBD on every one of my holders for free. So that's basically, what it costs for my NFT right now. Join on in. Do the damn thing. Be a token holder. If you don't know how to buy an NFT, I'll show you how to buy an NFT. I've showed like 2 or 3 people now. So I'm more than happy to onboard you into the community. I'm more than happy to give you some other dope discords like VeeFriends. I highly recommend. And keep following along, guys. This is going to be a great year. Oh, if you notice the episode 98, I don't know where it shows it on your screen. I finally went through and counted all my episodes. This was episode 98. So we're almost at episode 100. I was saying that. I feel like I'm almost at 100 episodes that I've done podcasting now. I like this better. It makes me feel like, I'm getting there. The different seasons and stuff was cool. In full transparency, the reason I did different seasons is because it's a way to kind of trick you mentally, right? So I did season 1. More people support season 1. Typically season 2 they fall off. So if you really look back, I never did a season 2. So there's that. I did season 1, and then the next season was season 3. It was something I did with my old podcast, AA for Entrepreneurs, and it really worked really well. So I had to do it again, but now I'm getting rid of that, going to episodes, and yeah, I'm really kind of thinking about doing this show solo from now on. Clearly, I can talk for an hour, and maybe I'll have some guests like here and there when I want to. But it's been very hard for me to schedule in guests until I get a better system of like sending them what the link is plus scheduling it into their calendar, so I don't have to like scramble and remind them. I think I'm gonna hold off on guests for a little bit, just a little bit. All right. Um, so yeah, pay attention. Terrapothecary.io. Make sure you guys are watching out for the project. Let me put it up on the screen. If you want to know more about what I'm doing in life right now, if you haven't heard from me in a while, this is what I'm doing. This is my whole life now. So, love you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in, and girls. I really can't wait to see y'all again, to be honest. I'm having withdrawals from VeeCon for shizzle. And yeah, it sucks. So meet up definitely soon, and hopefully I can find a way to get to Jeremy on like the 2nd or something like that, and go hang out with him, because that would be super fucking fire. If not just for the day, like just go hang out for the day. So as always, guys, make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Good vibes to you. Peace out.